Hello, I'm Jolly,
And I'm Tony.
and this is Table Ready.
Yes.
All right, so Tony,
Yeah.
walking off to the side there. Oh, we don't want to give free sponsorship?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
So, we are playing a new game today.
Yes.
New to us.
New to us.
It's been around for a while, but it's kind of a low-key skirmish game.
It's the kind of game that you go and you either find because you've dove down a deep rabbit hole of the internet in the miniature gaming thing, and you're like, oh, wait, what's this? Or you went to a convention and you saw their booth and saw, that's really cool.
Yep, and for us, it was the later.
Yeah.
So we went to a convention, saw this game because we were specifically looking for a skirmish game, and now here we are to play it today. So what is it?
Well, he's asking me what I think are rhetorical questions, but no, we are playing Arena Rex. This is a game that takes place in a fantasy version.
Oh, I thought you were going to say in an arena.
No. We're doing great today. We're playing Arena Rex today. It takes place in a fantasy version of Rome and their territories. So you'll see things like magical creatures. And the history is not quite lining up, but there are similarities to how things actually went. But we're in a big coliseum, like you see right in front of you. And my gladiators, my Ludus, is going to fight your Ludus. And there will be one winner on the table.
Maybe only one survivor for that
Maybe
winner.
only one survivor. So it's a very simple and small, it's simple as in it appears simple. It's a smaller skirmish game, so there's only going to be like 3 to maybe 6 models on a table.
I was about to say, we've got 4 apiece, but that's not even the smallest it goes, because the smallest it goes is 3 models per side. And it's interesting, there's no point values,
it's stages, quote unquote.
Stages, which a stage is basically a stat card that a model will have. And there's a couple models in this game that get 2 stat cards that you beat down one and then it goes to stage 2, its second stat card.
And there's some nuances with building. You can take one stage or the other. But we have 4 models, 4 stages per side. And in this game is going to be quite literally the last team standing. So we're going to fight each other until one side dies.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So, Jolly, why don't you introduce us to what you have going on with your team today? Who are they? Where are they from?
So
what are they doing?
I have the Zephyr over here. So I'll take and show them a little bit. Their background is, and this is Hagal, but their background is that the Vikings failed to basically attack any of Europe or Britain, so they instead continued their voyages across the ocean to the Americas, where they encountered the Native Americans, and instead of trying to conquer them, they started working with them. So it is, the Zephyr are Native Americans and Vikings that have teamed up together and have basically come back to European Rome and are now entering warriors into the gladiatorial pits.
Nice. So, which warriors do you specifically have here?
So the ones I have here, the first one and then I have Hagal, who is a berserker. I have Sven, which I'll go ahead and go back up to a closer look of them. I have Sven, and I went for a darker, gritty look. Tony's models are more colorful. Sven, you can see he has some Native American articles to him, like the warrior feathers. But obviously, being Sven, he is also of some Scandinavian descent. I have Bjarvit. So Bjarvit is kind of a hunter tracker. We see a wolf pelt. And then I have Frigg. And Frigg, as you can see, has more of what you would think of as the Native American clothing.
She looks like a combination between like a Native American brave and what are called shield maidens from Norse.
And so all of the models have that combination of some Native. Some of the models are more Scandinavian, Viking. As you can see, Hagal is definitely, he looks a lot more Scandinavian and Viking than Native American. And there's Another model that has the kind of what you would think of as the war chief's headdress, the big feathered one, that is also has a mounted version. So kind of that after the Europeans came to the Americas and horses were introduced, that kind of brave is what you're looking at.
Okay.
But their whole thing, as we'll see, is they assist each other really well. So they're really big on teamwork. I'm going to try to pull that off. My first time playing, not sure if I'm going to be able to do that very well. There's a couple of berserkers which not break, but bend some of the rules that we'll be going with on exhausting the models. And they also just have movement shenanigans, like disengaging, hit and runs and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, and Tony, what are you running today?
Yeah, today I am running what can be called a secret faction of Arena Rex. So in the back of the book, you have your normal factions like the Legion 12 or Legion 13. You have the Zephyr and all that. But not listed is the Bestiae faction, which is there's a whole bunch of beasts all throughout this that you can take in certain factions. Some of the characters can ride them and stuff. But they went and they lumped them into one faction that centers around...
And Clay, can we switch sides? Thank you.
That centers around...
Just press and hold that button on top. There you go.
This guy. So this is Anum. And Anum is the reason why the Bestiae exists. He's basically the Beastmaster. And he has control over all of them. And so he unites them and gives them perks. And
Which I guess is one of the things I forgot to mention. If you stay in theme, you get perks.
Yeah.
Because one of the things you don't have to do with this game is you don't have to stay in theme. You can mix and match, but then you miss out on some of those kind of team building perks.
So bringing with him today, I have 3 beasts. First up, we have Serket, which belonged to the Mortori faction, or the Egyptians. And so I have a giant scorpion.
And that's one that can normally act as a mount, right?
Yes, so this one does have a rider. I have not included the rider, nor do I have plans to include the rider. With this game, I love giant creatures and beasts, and so I think I'm going to just stick with that. So you have Serket, we have Ladin, who is a giant lizard. I opted to paint like a Gila monster, because in game, Ladin poisons people, and so venomous bite. Big boy right there. And then finally, we have Atrox, who is the tiger.
You gotta have a tiger or a lion.
You gotta have a tiger. There is also a lion, which I do plan on picking up at some point. But I was really, really inspired to paint the tiger. Really like the way that their studio job is, and I decided to tackle it myself. Now, with this, I kind of went 2 routes with painting. I wanted to show people what I look like when I paint to my fullest extent, and what things look like at tabletop standard. So take a second, and I showed off all 4. Think to yourself, which 2 were tabletop standard and which 2 were Tony standard? You know which ones they are, Jolly?
The tabletop standard I know is a Noom because his skin palette is one color, which I know is not a Tony thing. And then I'm guessing the scorpion, just because, I mean, the shading, the colors look really good on it, but you don't have as much of the detail work in the scaling or anything like you do in the stripes and the scales.
Exactly. So both styles look great on the tabletop. Standing away, looking at it at a glance, thinking about the game, I just have like, yeah, it looks great. But if I want to get closer inspection, that's where I start to go into my own standards. So for this game, we've got those. I wanted to show that off, that it's okay to play less than my standards, and I will do it. But next time we play, I will get them painted to the fullest extent.
I'm about to say, mine's always just table ready. I'm still experimenting, and this might be the last time I try the slab chop method, because I like it on Hagal. It's all right on Hagal, but on the other 3, I don't like it as much. It made the other 3 actually more difficult to paint than just going contrast with them. So
you have a rocky relationship with slap chop.
I do. There's a couple models that I've really liked it on, and then there's a ton of models I haven't liked it on. And I keep on trying it, thinking that I'm just doing something wrong with it, but I just don't think it's there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't think it's to my taste.
I gotcha. Yeah.
So I think that's the thing with it. I think I like just having the contrast on them more because then they're brighter and they pop a little more. And I don't mind the gritty look, but I also like parts of the model to pop.
Yeah. The style that you kind of did with your zombies in Warcry, I kind of see that reflected here where you have some of the grayscale stuff in stark contrast with the color. And it's a very good style. It's very striking when I see it on the table. My eyes do get drawn to that.
And I wasn't going to do that contrasting method. Well, I wasn't going to do leave like the grays on them. But then when I started painting Hagal up with, like I said, with the slap chop method, I was putting the skin tone on, the browns, the leathers, and they all just kind of blended together because they were all darker.
Yeah.
So that's when I decided to leave some of the grayscale on there just to make it contrast a bit more.
Okay. All right, so we're going to dive into the game here. As always, this is not a tutorial. This is a playthrough, but we will be kind of explaining things as we go, just to make sure you're not completely in the blind, especially seeing as how this is a new game. All right, so we rolled off for priority, and Jolli decided after winning that I would be going first.
Yep.
So when you activate, you choose one of your models that does not have fatigue.
Can we go to overhead, Clay? Thank you very much.
Clay. All right, so you choose one of your models that does not have fatigue. None of mine have fatigue. When they do, they'll be getting little tokens.
Which are actually pretty difficult to see on this board, but we'll make sure we point out what's going on.
All of my tokens painted up for next time.
It's easy for us to see. It might be a little bit difficult to see on this board. Actually, it's not too bad.
It's just the way I was
Real quick, before we start, Tony, I do want you to explain what do we got going on here.
These are terrain pieces on there. Basically, there's some little obstacles that get in the way. If you're thrown into these, you're going to get some fatigue. This is the pit of death. If your model gets thrown into that, they're just immediately nixed from the game.
Yep, and there's most models have a way of pushing during their attacks. There are a couple models, I'm not running one, I don't know if you're running one that can just throw stuff.
I've got one that can drag stuff, but no, I've got no throws.
Okay, because I know there's a couple models in the game that can just throw stuff, which pits are they're really mean with pits, I hear.
So don't include like 5 pits when you play this game, okay? Unless you want to have a pit fight. Anyway, so I am going to choose one of my non-fatigued, which is all of them. So I'm going to choose Serket here. Serket has a movement of 5, which means it can go 5 inches. Your first movement on your turn is free. So we're going to take, and it's not one end goes all the way up. It's 1 point goes to 1 point.
Okay.
So we go there. Serket's going to move once, and then I'm going to move Serket a second time. The second move
is going to put a fatigue on it.
Is going to generate a fatigue. So the backside with no symbol is fatigued. The theta symbol, or not the theta symbol, the phi symbol is that they are exhausted.
Yep, and exhausted is considerably worse for you than fatigue.
Yes.
Which, well, you'll see why when we get into it a bit more.
Yep. This is the first time I'm seeing the big overhead shot, and this game looks pretty cool, Jolli.
I like the overhead shot. I really like this mat too. This mat is the official Arena Rex mat also, and I think it looks nice.
Good job,
especially from the overhead.
Good job, designers. Wait, what company makes this? Is it just Arena Rex?
It is
ArenaRex.com. Red Republic Games.
Yep, it is.
Good job, Red
Republic.
Republic.
It is one guy now. It was a group of 3 friends. We talked to the one creator that's still carrying it on. It was a group of 3 friends that started it, but then 2 of them had life things come up, family, all that kind of stuff, and so they kind of parted ways with it, all on good terms. And then the one gentleman that's left is still going on with it, working on keeping models going, getting new rules and all kinds of stuff. So it is still very much a live game.
Yeah. So that's the end of my turn.
I need the friendship tape measure.
Here's the friendship tape measure.
All right, so I've got a scorpion coming up this way. The first thing I'm going to do is, so I'm not sure how to approach scorpions and lizards. So we're going to activate Frigg over here. She's got a move of 6. So first move, we're going to start closing in on this scorpion. And so I could keep on going with, I could do up to 2 more actions with her before she's exhausted. but I don't know if I want to do too much more yet besides just move her up like that. So I don't want to put any fatigue on her yet, so I'm just taking my free move.
So I will say it's going to be okay if you put 1 fatigue on her because from basically since the beginning.
That's right, you get to
At the
take
start of
one
your
off,
turn,
right?
you get to remove 1 level of fatigue.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and do one more then. Thank you for reminding me of that. I forget that. I just wouldn't be able to activate her if I remove the fatigue, but that should be okay at the moment. We'll move her to right here.
Yep. So at the beginning, you can remove a fatigue, but not an exhausted.
All right.
All right, so at the start of my turn, I'm going to choose one of my models and remove a fatigue. And then I'm going to choose one of my non-fatigued models to activate. That I did not just remove
so
from.
it couldn't be the Scorpion.
I cannot activate Serket, but I can activate
Sure
Aladdin.
Oh no, Aladdin. We could give him a little Abu hat, and he could be Aladdin.
I'm not gonna. No. But Aladdin. I need to look up the Roman pronunciation because he does come from the Roman faction. Is going to take a double move and going to threaten you from over there.
Okay. So starting to surround me some. Next, I'm going to go with, I think, Jarvit. But let's see, what does she do? She disengages, she traps. Sven is swift and disengage. We will go with Bjarvet, my trapper. And she's got a movement of 5, so she's a little slower than the rest of my team. But she'll take her free move. She will go another move to engage.
Be engaged, okay.
And then we're going to go for it. We're going to go for some stuff here.
All right,
I'm going to go for exhausted to attack. Now, enemy models engaged by this model may not react.
Well, it's okay. I couldn't react anyways
Anyway,
because I wasn't ready.
Yep. But we will do an attack with her. So I've got an attack of 6, which will be 6 dice. So that's my 6 attack dice.
Let's see. Layden has a defense of 2.
Okay.
You cannot upgrade into a power attack.
I cannot
Would you
because-
like to commit any favor dice? So, at the beginning of the game, you get 3 favor dice, and throughout the game, you will be able to generate more. What these do is you can commit them to attacks or defenses, or spend them to use abilities. But if you roll them for an attack or defense and you succeed, you get 2 successes per victory.
So what I will do is, I will commit 1 favor dice, and I have to do that first as the attacker before you would decide. Correct?
Technically, but we go back and forth until both sides are satisfied with what's going in. So I really don't want to kind of get blown through here, so I'm going to also commit 1.
Okay.
If I could have reacted, I could have struck back, but I cannot because A, I am not ready, B, you have your stupid ability. All right.
She's a trapper.
So we roll attack versus defense.
So I'm not committing anymore. Are you committing anymore?
Nope, this is it. We're going for it.
All right. So it's always 4 pluses. So, but the favor dice will be worth 2 successes
If they are successful.
if they're successful. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Wow. That's a little bit lower than I thought you would get. 4 successes. Here we go. I've got 2 successes.
2 successes. So I have,
missing just short.
all right, so I have 2 successes total, and we will notice something interesting here. We've been playing Shatterpoint, so we notice that there is a damage tree. I'm going to say similar to the Shatterpoint, but actually Shatterpoint is similar to this because this game has been around longer. So I pick one of these to go through. There's
2
damage,
steps.
there's pushes.
And every icon that's not a damage does 1 damage.
So I'm going to go the push. Actually, no, I'm going to go to the 3 damage and the, what's the circle? Is that?
You can reposition.
I'm going to go with the 3 damage and the reposition.
So reposition means attacking model may move up to 3 inches. So that, I think, is what you were thinking of with the disengage earlier before
Okay.
the stream. The attacking model may move up to 3 inches. If a model is not engaged at the end of its reposition movement, it may immediately end its activation to remove a fatigue.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking of, the reposition. So I'm going to do 3 damage, and then 1 from the reposition because that's another 1 damage.
I have 1 armor, so I'm going to cancel 1, so you're just going to do 3.
3, and then I'm going to do my reposition,
I will generate a new favor because you ticked off that.
which will be there, and I remove 1 fatigue, so that takes me down to just fatigued instead of exhausted, right?
It says remove a fatigue. I don't know if that means that if you are fatigued or if you are exhausted.
So
when a model gains a fatigue, it moves from
So yeah,
When a model removes a fatigue, it moves from exhausted to fatigued or from fatigued to ready.
Okay, so exhausted to fatigue then.
Yeah.
Okay. I like her already. With the reposition being just on the second part of it. So yeah, so I did 3 damage. You got a favor because on the damage tracks, there's parts where you hit and you'll get favor from getting beat up. It's kind of like a little balance mechanic, so you don't get super blown out if you take a couple big hits early. And I think that's all she does. Yeah, because her other things happen when she takes damage. So that's my go.
All right,
I'm happy with that.
I'm going to remove from Layden, and I'm going to choose Autumn to activate. Autumn has a movement of 5, so we're going to move him up 5 to go there. And then Autumn has the special ability, let's see where it is. He is Alpha in the Bestiae benefits.
Okay.
Hold on, that's not it. I'm trying to find out where it is because he has it, but I just need to find where it is. Frenzy. I can use Frenzy. Here we go. Passive ability. During a clear turn or his activation, Anu may gain 1 fatigue to activate Frenzy.
Okay.
So I'm going to gain 1 fatigue, and I'm going to
activate
activate
Frenzy.
Frenzy. Take a single action with a friendly beast or an aggressive hazard, which counts as part of your cohort.
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to do that.
No,
because
it would have been good if I was still up there in engagement.
It would have been good
because
if you were
they
still
could
up
have attacked
there.
me.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to move on him up once and just keep him there.
Okay. No. Tony, I forgot to clear this. Is that okay?
Go for it.
Okay. So back to me?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll clear that. So she cannot activate. She doesn't have Berserker. Sven and Hagal have Berserker, so they can still activate if they were fatigued or exhausted. But they can't activate if I remove their only fatigue counter, because they still have to follow that rule. So I can activate Frigg, or I can activate either one of these two, not Yarvit, though. So the question is what to do now, because that Scorpion and the Gila monster is going to be there. I'm going to set up for some assist, because what Frigg is really good at is helping to assist other people. So she's going to do... She is going to do a move to here, keeping... And pre-measuring is allowed in this game, right?
I think so.
Okay.
We'll play with that.
I'm about to say didn't remember reading. So that way, if you end up being engaged with her, you'll be within 3 of her, which is her intervene distance. She can do a special reaction. And since I'm the Zephyr and I have my Brave benefit,
I could go over there.
you can go over to that side. I have my Brave benefit. I can do reactions when fatigued or exhausted.
Okay.
So that's all she's doing. She's just lining up to assist.
I've got nothing to remove. Going to go with Aatrox. Aatrox has a movement of 5. Weirdly enough, the giant lizard is the fastest.
You ever seen those things run? I think it's half just them being terrifying when they're running at you. Not that a giant scorpion or a tiger wouldn't be terrifying, but the way Gila monsters run just scares you even if you're watching on TV.
We're going to move Aatrox right there.
So move him a second time?
Yes.
Now here's the question, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
You know how tigers, the back of their ears look like eyes to ward off predators?
Mm-hmm.
What hunts a tiger that they need to ward off predators?
Humans.
That's like,
Other tigers.
maybe it is for other tigers.
Have you ever watched The Jungle Book? Man with torches need to scare them off. Baloo need to scare them off.
All right. Now here's my big question.
Yeah, here's my big answer.
With Bjarvit, do I want to keep trying this like jump and assault thing? But you can react.
I can
this time.
react now.
No, you can't because she's a trapper.
She's a trapper. I mean, you could try.
Let's see how well it works, at least this one time. So I'm going to do the move up. Oh, actually, we're going to remove that first. We're going to do her move up.
Let me check something about reacting here. Because moving up, does that mean that you are engaged? Let's see. Reaction move. When an enemy model finishes a move action. Okay. Yep. I guess that's fine.
And we're going to do a fatigue on her to do an attack. So that's my 6 dice, and I am going to wage one of my, it's not valor, is it? What's it called?
Favor.
Favor, one of my favor.
I'm going to wager 2 of my favor.
I'm going to go ahead and up this to a second favor.
You sure you want to burn all of your favor?
I'm going to burn all my favor for now, right
Okay.
off the bat.
Go for it.
All right.
Just a regular attack?
Yep, just a power attack would let me
Reroll.
reroll. Yeah, let's upgrade it to a power attack. Rerolls. So now she's exhausted because it cost a fatigue to do the power attack, and this lets me re-roll dice. So far I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 successes, and re-roll all of them, or is it just a set amount?
The attacker may reroll any unsuccessful dice once.
Okay. Absolutely none of those were successful then. So I got four successes. And you got 4 saves.
Do I?
Oh,
These are
those
my
are your
favorite.
favor. Okay, so you got 2. So I got 2 again.
All of the favor dice are just rolling crap holy.
I was about to say we're not.
So 2 more successes.
I'm going to do the exact same thing. 3 damage and a reposition. So the reposition will pull her back to here and downgrade that to a fatigue. And that's my go. I could technically do something else with her, couldn't I?
Yes.
But I don't think I want to. But I'm not going to.
I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I'm not going to because I'm not sure about that. That might be one of those
There's some things that we might be playing wrong,
being first.
and I might be about to be blown out because we're being wrong here.
Oh,
It seems really strong that you can just come up, stab me, and then run away. Come up, stab me, run away. Come up, stab me, run away. And I can't do anything
with
about
the
it.
reposition. Yeah, I know. Bjarvit. All right. I mean, yeah, that's it with her. So your go, Tony.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Layden. Layden's gonna run away.
He's like, no more. I don't blame him there.
Is it safe to say that this isn't the edge of the base?
I would
that
say
this
just
is...
the column itself. So you're good to move past them.
We're gonna move over here.
Now
At the beginning of the turn, I got rid of Aatrox's.
Now it's time for a special hook scorpion attack and pull him into the pit now. I don't have anything like that. Don't worry.
Good. And then we're gonna, for now, we're gonna go into formation over here.
Okay.
Come and get me.
You're like, fine, that's how it's going to be. You have to come near all of them. We will remove that. And it's time to start letting Sven and Hagal do some stuff. So I guess we'll go with Hagal. We're going to take Hagal, and he's going to move 6 to here. And he is, I don't really want to move up to engage 2 guys. So that's it. We're just going to move him to there.
And get rid of that fatigue. We're gonna go with Serket. Surrogate going to go over here. And then Surrogate's going to go over here.
Okay. See, now I've been really excited to play this game, and I'm even more excited that we're playing it because it is a lot of like being tactical and strategic with how you're moving.
Yeah. My only other game that I played, I first turn like ran Surrogate right up the field, and then Surrogate got bogged down by 2 people and just died.
I'm about to say it's interesting because it's brutal. We've already like just 2 attacks has already done a decent amount to Ladon, but it's also you want to be careful of how you're moving and controlling your resources. I'm gonna go with Hagal because Hagal I didn't fatigue him last turn, so he'll be able to activate. He's going to move up for free to here, so 6, and then he's going to attack Circuit. I've got no favor, so it's just his 6 dice. So I don't have any favor to use, but if you want to use any, you're more than welcome to. He has Berserk and Reaver, by the way. He would heal if you generate Fury, but he doesn't have any damage on him, so that doesn't matter. Berserk will just let him continue to do actions on the subsequent turns, even if he's fatigued or exhausted.
I'm going to commit 1 favor die.
Okay. So 4+, actually... when do I decide to upgrade it to a power attack or not?
You can do it during our negotiation.
During our negotiation?
You can do that right now if you wish.
So I moved him. He's fatigued. Let's go ahead and do it. I want to make it a power attack.
Okay. And if that be the case, I'm going to commit a 2nd favor die.
Okay. I like this negotiation thing. I didn't realize that's how it worked, negotiating back and forth, but that's pretty cool. I like that. All right. So re-rolls on these. No favor dice. So I've got 4 successes so far. And let's re-roll those 2. So 5 successes. That was a 5.
2. Wow, my favor dice have not succeeded at all.
One of your favorite dice was a 4. One of them was a 4.
I thought it was a 1 and a 3.
One of them was a 4.
Okay, well, I've got 4 successes then.
Okay, so I've got 1 success going through then. No, yeah, one of them was a 4.
All right.
So I could... he's got reposition also. I could do 3 damage, reposition, 2 damage.
Here's what you should know. I have 2 armor. I'll prevent 2 damage.
You'll prevent 2 damage. So the question is, do I want to get out of dodge since I didn't do too much, or 1 damage?
Does he have the thing where if he... Well, I think that's everyone.
That's everyone with reposition, I think.
Reposition is wacky. The attacking model may move up to 3 inches. If a model is not engaged at the end of its reposition movement, it may immediately end its activation and remove a fatigue. So I guess if it's in the middle of your tree...
So that answers this question. No, I wouldn't. If I wanted to remove the fatigue, I couldn't keep on going with her because it would have to be ended.
I guess.
So that answers that question. I don't think just doing 1 damage and staying there is worth it. So we're going to do 1, which you negate with the armor, and do a reposition.
3 inches.
3 inches, that's right. Yep, not 6, not movement. It's like a disengage and war cry. And downgrade that to fatigue.
Okay. My turn. We're going to remove from Circuit. We are going to activate Aatrox.
Aatrox going in.
We're going to send Aatrox up once. We're going to send Aatrox up a 2nd time.
Okay.
I'm going to engage you there, and then Aatrox is going to attack. 5 attack.
5 attack. All right. So Hagal is a Berserk's not it. Brave, my passive ability. Models in your cohort may react while fatigued or exhausted. If they do, instead of gaining fatigue, they pay. Oh no, I don't have any favor to pay, so I can't do it. So yeah, I just defend with 2 defense. That's why I probably wanted to save some favor. Ooh,
it is 4 successes.
That is 1 success, so 3 successes for you.
3 successes. All right, going down my tree. I have drag. This model may move up to 3 inches. Then the defending model is pushed 3 inches directly towards this model.
Okay.
It can be resisted as a single push, but I don't think you resist anything.
No, I don't think Hagal resists anything. He's not any type that does that.
So I'm going to do 3 damage,
3 damage,
a drag, which is another damage,
4 damage,
and then 2 more damage.
so 6 damage total. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And then we're gonna go here.
So I generate 1 favor from that, from a damage track, and I've got 6 damage on me.
We're gonna drag you
Yep.
back here.
Nice.
There we go.
All right. Let us go with, I guess, Sven, because I really don't want Hagal getting surrounded by 2 of your guys. So we're going to go with Sven. He's got Swift, Berserk, and Disengage. So he's going to take his free move over this way to engage Circuit. And I will just do an attack. I'm not going to start by putting any favor in it.
Okay, I'm going to react, and I'm going to counterattack. So I will roll my die, and now whoever rolls more will damage the other.
All right. In that case, I'm going to spend we're going to power attack.
That was
Oh,
his?
sorry, that's his. I don't have one on him yet. There we go. So we're going to power attack,
Okay, and I'm good with that.
and I'm going to toss my favor in.
Sure you don't want to save your favor for any of your abilities?
I mean, I kind of do, but I also kind of want to not take a lot of damage.
Is beginning of the game.
Yeah, you know what? That's true. And Sven's healthy, and I'm re-rolling dice, so. And you're not at the moment. So, yeah, that should be all right until it's not all right. So 4 successes so far. 4 successes.
I've got 2 successes.
2 successes. So I net it. If you would have got more successes than me, it would have been your damage tree back to me,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So I've got 2 successes on Sven, which is just 2 damage and 2 damage, because that's...
So I reduced that just down to 2 damage.
Yep. And that is Sven's go, because he went far out.
Okay, start of my turn. We're going to remove that. Anum is going to go.
Okay.
Anum is going to move over here, and then he is going to activate his frenzy to have Aatrox commit an attack.
Okay. I'm going
5 dice.
to... So I can do a reaction with him because of Brave. If they do, instead of gaining the fatigue, pay 1 favor and suffer 3 damage. So that'll take me to 1, 2, 3, just shy of another favor, but putting me into dangerous territory. So I'm going to react with a counterattack.
Okay.
So I've got 6 dice, you've got 5.
Let's see here. While he's doing this, okay, that was on intercept. I was looking at a different rule.
Okay. All right. Blow ups. 3.
3 successes.
3 successes.
That was a 5. We'll just mark it as that.
Ooh, only 1.
1 success, so I do 2.
1. Hagal might be in trouble.
Doing 2, I'm going to do a total of 4 damage, and I'm going to drag you again.
All right, Hagal has 1 hit point left. He's in trouble.
I'm going to bring you back to my safety here.
All right. All right, my go. But I do generate another favor from that damage. All right, so we are going to clear this because I can't clear the exhausted unless it's
Correct.
a special clear turn. But I do have Berserk on him, so I could continue to attack with him if I wanted. But I think I need to get my other people in on this stuff. So we're going to take Bjarvit, and we're going to start moving her up this way. So she's going to go 6. She's going to fatigue to move again. And then she's going to exhaust to attack. A numb.
Let's see here. I'm going to have Layden assist.
Okay.
So
So you get 1 bonus success.
he is going to gain a fatigue to do that. And this is during our negotiations.
So I would
Add
do-
the reacting model's defense to the defender's defense.
Okay. That's
So that will add 2
Probably
more
2.
dice to my defense.
Cool. I'm going to. I can't power attack. Yeah, we're to the point that I'm just going to go ahead and add this as a favor dice. So 6 plus a favor dice.
Okay.
So that's 4 successes because the favor dice was not a success.
That is 3 successes.
3 successes. So I won't get to reposition. I can push.
Got 1 armor.
1 armor. So I can do. Well, we're just going to go ahead and push him an inch, and he'll negate the 1. Because I just want him to be outside of engagement, so you can't do more. Your go.
My go, we're going to remove from Anum, and we are going to go with Circuit.
Okay.
All right, so just so you're aware, because Circuit is attacking a fatigue model, I will get 1 net free push. Success. All right, but I'm going to go all in, and I'm going to power attack. We're just going to go all in here.
Okay. So fatiguing him, you don't. Oh no.
Actually, I'm not going to power attack. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to attack because I remember I have an ability that I might want to do.
Okay.
So I've got 5 dice coming in.
I've got 2 defense
Alrighty.
because I don't have any favor to
And you cannot
use my
react.
brave ability. Yep. Well, if I had my brave ability, I'd be able to, but
No favor dice.
nope. 1, 2.
2 successes.
2 successes.
Wow. Wonderful. Okay. Well, I guess that's it. Okay. Go
All right.
ahead.
I'm going to do a clear turn.
Okay, so clear turn is you remove 1 level of
1
exhaustion
level,
from
okay.
everybody.
1 level from everybody.
Yeah, remove 1 fatigue, even
Okay.
if exhausted. After you remove fatigue, any beasts trigger wild, and you may use tactics.
Tactics.
So everyone has access to. What? Where are the tactics? Where are the tactics? There we are. You have access to these tactics, but they cost a favor, which you do not have.
I do not have,
You have your Zephyr tactics,
which I have 1 that doesn't cost a favor.
It takes 2 damage.
So somebody can take 2 damage and
To
I
heal
heal
somebody
somebody
else
else
2
2
damage.
damage. So let's go ahead and do that. Frigg is going to take 2 damage to heal Hagal 2. And that doesn't get anybody to favor on their damage track, so no favor from that.
Okay, we're going to, on my turn, remove the fatigue from Sarakat, and I'm going to activate Anum. Anum is going to take a move. You can't move through bases in this game. So we're going to move over here, away from you. And you cannot react because you are
Look.
that and you have no favor. I also look at that when I say you cannot react because berserker stuff. And then Anum is going to activate Frenzy on Aatrox.
Okay.
And Aatrox is going to continue to bite down and try to drag you along. 5 dice.
I'm going to counter.
Okay.
So it'll be 6 dice for me because my attack back.
2 successes.
2 successes. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Okay. I've got no armor.
So we will do. We'll do a reposition and 2 damage. So that'll be 3 damage total.
Okay, I am also exhausted, and that is technically. Ooh, I've got my thing. You will also get a net push success.
Oh.
So another damage.
Oh, when you're attacking
Because-
something that's exhausted, that's just how it is for everybody. Oh, I didn't realize that.
That's what I said.
I thought it was a special ability with Sir Kit
Nope.
himself.
Nope. So how much damage?
It's 2. It's a reposition for 1 damage, and then 2 damage, and then
Well, are you taking the reposition?
I'm taking the reposition.
So that'll end your whole tree if you take the reposition and you end.
Oh, okay,
not
I see.
engaged.
Let's do 3 damage and 2 damage then.
So 5 total.
Yep.
Okay, that generates a favor die for me.
All right, and since you generated a favor dice, I've got Reaver. This model heals 3 vitality at the end of its activation if an enemy.
It's not its activation.
It's not its activation. Never mind. Yep, All right, so yeah,
That was Anum.
that was Anum. All right. So my go. What to do? What to do? What to do? And when can you use tactics? At any point? When can you use tactics?
You can only use tactics on a clear turn.
On a clear turn is when you use tactics. Okay. Do we want to use a clear turn?
You just used a clear turn.
I do, but it's kind of a nice time to use a clear turn. We're going to use a clear turn. So we're going to do that. Then we're going to do the same tactic. Frigg is going to take 2 damage to heal Hagal 2 from the Blood Brothers tactic. And that brings her up to 4 damage, so I gain a favor for that.
Okay.
And that's my go.
We're going to take 1 off of Layden, and I'm going to. I'm going to attack once more with Serket. Yeah, I'm going to try this again. I'm going to attack with Serket.
Okay. I'm going to counterattack with Den.
Okay, let's see. I've got 5 dice. I'm going to commit my favor die. Yeah, and I'm going to commit a favor die.
All right. I've got 6 dice. I'm going to commit my favor die.
What do I want here? I'll upgrade to power.
Okay.
I've got an ability, but I think I want to use that later. All right. Any other?
I've got nothing else to wager.
I'm glad
Upgrading
that I
to power
powered
was
that.
a good decision.
So I've got 1 success.
That is
Much better. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 successes. All right. So versus 1, 2, 3. So you got 4 successes.
Hey, and that's my whole tree. So it's going to be 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pushing you, is that going to do much? Can I choose the direction of the push? Hold on. Defending model is pushed 1 inch directly away. So that would not, it would just get you out of my engagement, but nah. I think I'm just going to go for the full damage. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage.
9 damage. I have 1 armor, so 8 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that puts 8 on him, which generates 2 favor from the damage track. So 2 favor. Are these? Yeah, you could probably. Mind if I see you dry erase? I think.
You sure you want to try that?
I'll try it on at least 1. Yeah, they're glossy. Be easier to figure out where things are this way. There we go. All right. Back to me. So remove that. And I think we're going to go with Hagal attacking Aatrox. So attack. We're going to put a favor along with the 6 dice.
I've got nothing.
Okay. And I'm going to power attack it. Sure.
Sure.
Sure. All right. So 4 successes so far. Rerolls on these. 6 successes.
2, so you get 4.
So 4 successes. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage, and I'll gain 1 favor.
All right, so that's going to take out Aatrox, because you also had an additional push.
Okay.
I'm going to gain 3 favor off of that.
Favor. So I gain 1 favor off of that from my own track. In Reaver, this model heals 3 vitality at the end of its activation if you generated favor from damage. So end of activation heals 3. So it goes back to having 6 damage on him. And your go.
Okay, we're going to remove from Layden. We are going to, or remove from Anum, we are going to move in with Layden. We're going to, good grief. We're going to move over here. And Layden will power attack into you, I believe. Yes, yes. So we're going to just flip that in there.
Okay.
And so this is going to be 6 dice.
6 dice on Layden. He's power attacking. Go. What are we going to do with you? Just defending doesn't seem good. So we're going to passive ability Brave, 1 favor, and 3 damage. 1, 2, 3 to counterattack.
I'm going to commit a favor to my attack pool.
I'll commit 1 also.
I'm going to commit another one.
Okay. I've got nothing else to commit. All right. So
All right, I'm going all in here.
You've got rerolls.
Got rerolls, 2 favor die.
That's good
That's
start.
pretty good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep. And reroll. Oh.
8, 9, 10.
Yep. All right. So I've got these 7 dice. I've got 1, 2, 3. So you got 7.
So I've got 7.
Which is probably going to put Hagal out.
Let's see. What happens if I go above my tree? Well, let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 2 above. What does that mean? And plus I've got 1 free push and damage.
Yep. Does it do anything?
This might be a lookup thing because I'm reading a lot, but I don't know where it would be listed. Damage, tree, numbers represent the value, damage, triggers, damage is totaled, arm reduced damage. So I just think I get to walk my whole tree.
Okay.
All right, so first up is the push. Directly away, do I want to do that? I think no. I think I'm just going to take the 1 damage from push.
Okay.
Um, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to generate a favor. 8, 9, 10 total.
10
Is that gonna
total.
put you out?
That is going to put Hagal out because -1 still does it, so I gain.
Oh, and I have Noxious Breath. Models engaged by this model apply 1 additional damage whenever they mark their vitality track.
Okay, yeah, he was already long gone.
And note that's whenever you mark while you're engaged, not while I'm attacking. So if somebody else did damage to you while I'm engaged,
nice.
I have noxious breath.
All right, so I generate 1 favor, and he's out.
Okay.
All right, so then back to me.
Mm-hmm.
Friendship tape measurer. Well, we're definitely going with Bjarvit, because she is going to move over this way, which will get her into engagement with a Noom. Move like that. And
She's moving 5.
she's moving 5. Yep, she's my slower one, so she can't get into engagement with 1. So the question is, do I want to move up again? He could counterattack.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're just going to do the free move up.
Okay.
And that's it.
And she has not taken any damage, has she?
She has not taken any so far, no.
Okay. Well,
Hagar, you beat up a tiger and then you went down.
we're going to keep myself out of your range here. We're going to move 5 inches over here
Okay.
so that you're 5. Now I think the math works out for you. Oh, well. We'll move over and... You know what? No. I'm going to take a clear turn.
Okay.
So I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that.
Well, they downgrade, right?
Yes, they downgrade. Thank you. And then I'm going to use my tactic Goad. A model suffers 2 damage to remove 1 fatigue and gain 1 favor.
Okay.
So I'm going to have Serket take 2 damage.
Which actually gives you 2 favor, right?
Will give me 1 favor for the damage, which actually, instead of doing that, I have Second Wind. Whenever I would generate a favor from its vitality track, I'm going to remove a fatigue instead.
Ooh.
And so I only gain 1 favor from that after taking the 2 damage.
Well, you don't want to remove the fatigue, because you automatically get to remove the fatigue anyway from the model.
Oh, I guess you're right. All right, so I'll just take another favor.
Yeah. You don't want to do that.
Math.
I'm like,
Math.
I was like, I don't know about that, Tony. That doesn't look as good for you as it could be. All right, so we've got that and that. Well, I think, do I want to go Sven or keep him open for the counterattack? I think we keep him open for the counterattack. So Bjarvit is going to do her free move in to here. And she is going to do an attack.
I will commit a counterattack.
Okay. And, oh no, you can't. She's a trapper.
Oh, she's a trapper.
And she will upgrade that to a power attack.
Okay, I'm going to commit 2 favor.
Okay. So I've got 6 at the moment, because she is 6 attack. We're going to put my 1 favor in.
I'm going to put a 3rd favor in.
Okay. So I've got re-rolls. So that's 5 successes so far. 5 successes.
It feels bad when you get the reroll and it does nothing for you.
Nothing, yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, so it's a wash.
Good, excellent.
But you got a fatigue. Oh no, because you couldn't
No, I
counter.
couldn't.
You couldn't. You just had to use lots of favor.
I did.
But that's my go.
Wonderful. So that is leaving me open to do some stuff. We're going to remove from Layden. And then Serket is going to take a free move.
Okay.
Is going to go over here.
Staying in engagement.
Staying in engagement. So you can't react and do stuff. And then Serket is going to power attack into Sven.
Okay. Sven will counter.
So you're going to counter. I will commit my last favor die.
All right. I don't have any favor die to commit. Bum-ba-dum. Let's see if you get all rest hits like last time.
These
you
are
did
why
this.
these are why we power attack.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Close,
All
pretty
right.
much.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6. All right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
So I get 2. So I'm going to do 4 damage.
All right, so I take 1 off. So 1, 2, 3.
Okay, and that'll be it for me.
All right. So she doesn't have Berserker, so I could either do a clear or I could get Frigg in there.
Frigg has just been standing.
She has. I haven't got a good opportunity to move her in yet.
This might be a good opportunity to move her in.
Might be, because, yeah, I think it is. So we're going to go free move and How does your intervene work again? When declaring an assist reaction, this model may move up to 3 inches toward the attacker or defender. After this model assists a friendly model, this model may move up to 3 inches. We'll just do that. Not going to put any tokens on her.
Okay.
Set her up to do an assist.
All right, so we're going to go, we're going to go with Anum. Anum is now going to move 5 over.
Yep.
And Anum is going to demand that Serket make another attack.
Okay.
So it's just going to be 5 dice.
5 dice versus my 2 defense.
Not gonna take the Berserker. Oh, no favor.
No favor.
And you would also kill yourself.
I would. So 2.
2 successes.
No successes.
It's gonna be 4 damage.
Then is out. Favor dice. All right, so let's see.
We're going to turn and say hello.
Let's see what to do here. We're going to do a clear. And we'll have the art of it take 2 damage to heal Frigg 2.
Okay. We're gonna take from Anum, and we are going to choose Layden. Layden is 6, so we can get there no problem.
Yep.
We're gonna go over there. And then Layden is going to attack powerfully. We're just gonna do this for now.
Okay. I'm going to counterattack.
Okay.
Frigg has 5 dice. We're going to toss this power die in.
Okay.
Four. And 4. And 4.
Okay. Wash.
Wash. We are going to go with
A clear turn.
a clear turn because there's no point in just removing 1. And we are going to do the same tactic. Whoops. So for that'll take her up. So I'll gain a favor. That'll take her down.
So, surprise, surprise, we're also going to take a clear turn. And then I'm going to do my goading tactic one more time. I'm going to take 2 damage, gain a favor off of that from Serket, and
Remove fatigue from him.
remove the fatigue from Serket.
Yep.
Yeah. Which also gains another favor. 1 from the track and 1 from the tactic.
Okay. I will. So you could counter there. Frigg can do a free move. So yeah, we're gonna go with Frigg. She's gonna free move around this way to make it so Circuit can't easily get to her. And she is going to. What's Ladon's defense? 2? 3?
Defense is
2.
2.
Okay, I was looking at a number there for a second. I was like, ooh, 3, that's good. We're going to attack, power attack.
Okay. I'm going to commit 2 favor.
I'm going to commit my 1.
Okay.
All right. Just
Oh,
one
good,
so
good
far.
power attack.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Not
2
great.
successes.
3, because that's
3 successes.
Yep. Feeling.
I've
Yep,
got
that's
it.
not enough. Oof. Rerolls just not enough.
Okay. So our turn, going to get rid of that.
Yep.
We are going to go with Circuit. So Circuit will go up 5. Circuit will go up another 5. And Circuit shall attack.
Okay. So he's exhausting to attack.
Yes.
All right. I've got nothing but my defense dice,
All right.
which
Let's see.
is 3 defense dice.
What? Can you assist on the attack?
I believe so.
When negotiating an attack targeting friendly model, if the defending friendly or the attacking enemy model is within...
Engagement. Yeah.
assist looks like it's only on defense because it says if the defending friendly model or the attacking enemy model is within the reacting model's engagement, add the defense.
Oh, okay.
So I cannot
Okay.
assist on this one, which is fine. So I will just attack with 5 dice.
Okay. I've just got my 3 defense dice.
Three successes.
3 successes. Defending with 2 successes.
All right, 1 going through is going to deal 2 damage.
Right.
Is going to deal 3 damage and a free push.
Okay. I've got 2 armor, so I take 1 damage.
All right, so here's where the measuring comes in. I push you 1 inch. Are you going to touch that pit? If you touch that pit, you're out.
Not with an inch, nah.
No, you're fine.
Not with an inch. 1 damage.
So you take, because you have 2
Because I got 2 armor.
Because you're a shield maiden.
Yep.
When you push, I believe I can follow you. The attacker may follow up. Yep.
Yep.
You're going to take 1 more damage because you are engaged with Layden. He has noxious breath.
Okay. That is correct. So
we're going to go up as well.
all right. So let's see what to do. We're going to have her go.
Mm-hmm.
She will move 5 to here.
Let's see. I'm not gonna move out because that would give you an opportunity attack.
All right, and she is going to do an attack.
I will counterattack.
I'm going to go ahead and power attack it with exhaust.
Okay.
All right,
6 dice for me.
6 for me. That's 1, 2, 3 successes so far. 5
successes. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
So I get
1.
1. It could be push or 3 damage. Let's see. 3 doesn't give you a favor, so that's not terrible. Yep, let's start putting on the damage. 3.
3 damage going onto Anum.
So
1
2
armor
damage.
gives me 2.
Okay.
Doop, doop.
And it is your go.
Okay, we're going to remove from Anum. And then Layden's going to take his free move now to be up to you.
Okay.
And I think the smart thing is actually for Layden not to kill you right now. Because that would, so when you're down to your last model, you basically go into an enraged mode where your turn consists of you get to do a clear turn and your normal turn.
Oh, okay.
So tactically speaking, if I have her right now be the last model, I could potentially just take care of her by shoving her in the pit.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be much more difficult to deal with. So, or do I just go for it? Because Shield Lady needs a lot. You need to take a clear turn anyways.
Yep.
So we will. Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll move around Late and reposition a little bit.
Okay. Nothing else? Just doing that?
Just doing that.
Okay. I'm going to do a clear. And the tactic we're going to do is the same one.
Take damage to heal damage.
2 off of Frigg, 2 onto Yarvit.
You sure that's the way you want to do it?
Yep.
Okay.
Because that will get me a favor.
Alrighty. We will activate Anum. Anum is going to let's see. I've got some reposition shenanigans. I got pushing shenanigans. So we're gonna move over here with my free move.
Okay.
And then we're going to we'll power attack.
All right. I cannot do, well, I could do Brave. I don't think I want to. I'm just going to do the 3 defense.
I seem to make these power attack calls when it's needed. 1 success so far. 4 total.
4 total successes. All right, so I've got 3 dice. I have got 2 successes.
All right, so going twice down the track, I'm going to, I could generate a favor or I could get the reposition and just get out of dodge here. You're going to need to take another clear turn.
Yep.
So I am going to go for 3 damage and a favor.
3 damage, so I take 2. Go 1, 2.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. I will do another clear. This time we're just going to swap that 2 damage over to Frigg.
All right, we're going to take a clear as well.
All right.
We're going to do that. And then I'm going to have, I'm going to have Layden take the 2 damage to generate favor. Oh, no, I shouldn't do that because Layden doesn't have something to get rid of. We're going to take the 2 damage on Anum.
Okay.
Generate a favor off of that and clear 1 level.
Okay. I will see who to go with, you or you. I think we go with Frigg. And we will reposition like that so push from Lagan doesn't put her into the pit. And I am going to do Lagan or Circuit. So Lagan can counter. Ladan can counter. Circuit can't, but Circuit has better armor. Let's go ahead and go with, we're going to do an attack against Circuit.
Okay. Circuit is 2 defense. I'm going to commit.
I'm not committing to anything yet.
I'm going to commit 1 favor die.
1 favor die. I've got 5 dice. No favor dice.
Okay.
So, but I am going to power attack it.
Okay.
All right. So, got 3 successes, 4 successes.
1 success.
So 3 successes. We'll do 2, 2, push, and 1. So 3 damage total after your minus armor.
Okay, and then the push is resisted because I'm on the larger base.
Okay, the push is resisted. But that's the only option she had was to do the push. So, and then she got disengaged. Whenever this model would generate favor. Oh, I should have been paying attention to that. I got to remember disengage for both of my peeps. Whenever I generate favor, I can instead just do a move action.
Good to know. All right.
All right. But yeah, that's that go.
All right, we're going to remove from Serket, and we are going to go with Anum, I believe.
All right.
Or I could go with Layden, but pushing you sends you in the other direction. Yeah, we'll go with Anum. Anum is going to... we're just going to... Oh, gosh. I'll go with Layden.
Okay.
Yeah, Layden will power attack.
Power attacking? We're not going to do anything with Frigg. She's just going to do her 3 defense.
Okay, okay, sounds good.
Okay.
6 dice power attacking sounds good to me.
Go boom. So half of them so far. Another half or... Nope, no.
3 successes.
We're like 50-50 on the power attacks, just
It's
whiffing.
almost as if rolling the die is a 50-50 chance.
But you'd think with all the whiffs we've had with the power attacks, we'd have at least a couple more. All right, so I've got 2 successes.
All right, I get 1. You get 3 damage total.
So 2 damage because of 2 armor.
Sorry,
4.
free push, noxious, plus 2, so 4 total.
Okay.
And then you have 2 armor,
2
so you
armor.
get 2.
So 1, 2.
And I'm going to choose not to resolve the push.
All right, generating the favor. I could instead do a move action. Do I want to disengage?
The disengage would generate favor from its vitality track.
Which I did. So instead of doing that, I could.
You may choose to make a move action. No, if you take that move action, Serket can't opportunity attack you.
Can't?
I believe I can.
Oh, I thought you said can't. I was like,
Can.
I don't see why. Okay, yeah. I'm not going to. I'm just going to get the favor.
Okay,
All right, so
your turn.
my go, that would need to be a clear, but I don't want to do a clear yet. I'm going to have her attack a numb.
I will counterattack.
You will not, because she's a trapper.
Because she's a trapper. I will commit a favor die.
I'm going to power attack and commit both of these.
Okay.
Boom, boom, bottom. So far, 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's pretty good.
So 7 successes.
1 success.
So 6 successes.
Walk your tree.
Yep. So he's got 1 armor.
Mm-hmm.
How many hit points has he got left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I can do 11 if I walk all the damage. It'd be, we're not taking the reposition because that would end my activation, but I get a push, but it's 11 to him. So.
Which minus my armor is enough. So I will generate 2 favor die off of that, and when he dies, he activates Frenzy.
All right.
So Frenzy, I'm going to go with, do I go with Layden or do I go with Serket? I think I just go with Serket. Yeah, I'm just going to go with Serket.
Okay.
Do it in attack action.
All right. I've got nothing to do besides just defend.
Okay, I'll throw in 1 favor die.
Okay.
Two successes.
2 successes. 2 successes.
All right. On my turn, I will now activate Serket, or do I get ahead of you and do a clear turn?
I've got to do a clear turn, so.
I know. No, I think I take advantage of the fact that you're exhausted and right at the cusp. So,
Okay.
So I will power attack with Serket.
Okay. Power attack of Serket. I've just got my normal 3 defense.
I'll commit my last favor die.
Okay.
Okay. Come here. Okay.
All right.
Reroll.
You always get these just one hit with the power attacks, which then turns into
There
really
we
big
go.
ones like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Six?
6 success.
3 success.
Okay. I needed one more success to push you into the pit. So I'm going to do Noxious Breath, Free Push. So I'll push you right up to that edge. We'll go over. So it's 2 damage so far, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total.
9 total. So minus 2, that's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 left.
Ah.
And generate 2 favor. Shield maiden holding strong. All right, yeah, a clear. And let's do I want to do any swapping of hit points? Question is, do I want to kill Frigg and just go down the last man standing?
You could.
No, we're not going to yet.
Okay, so it's just your clear turn is going to be doing that.
Yep.
My clear turn is going to be doing this. Do I do my thing? Do I want to take 2 damage on somebody? Yeah, so I'm going to do it on Layden,
Okay.
and then I'll gain another favor die off of that. Doop, doop.
All right, we are going to go with
Another clear turn?
Another clear, and yeah, there's no point in swapping around hit points because that won't get me to where that won't get Frigg back to being able to get another favor from taking damage again on the damage track. So yeah, that's just what we're going to do.
All right, so my turn. I'm going to remove that from Serket, and Layden's going to attack. So I declare an attack with Layden.
All right, I'm going to do a counter attack because I might as well at this point.
I mean, I might as well upgrade.
All right.
Are you going to do anything else?
Well, you're the attacker, so okay, you upgraded. So I would. Do I want to? You're power attacking. No, I'm not going to do anything else. Just going to do the counter attack.
Okay, we'll go with this. I'll
All right.
save my favor dice. One, two, three.
Not bad so far.
I just need to get 1 success because Noxious will kill you.
Yep.
4.
All right. Let's see here. Yep, you got it.
All right.
Only 3 successes.
So we take out Frigg.
So she is down.
Bless you. And that will be it for my turn.
And I've got last man standing. Which one
You
is
see,
that?
I
do
had
again?
3 and you had 1, so okay, I won't generate a favor. Because if I go far enough down my track.
Oh, okay.
So you are last man standing, so your turns consist of a clear turn and a regular turn now.
A clear and a regular. So we will move up. He could move around. He would push to attack. Yeah, we're just going to do that at the moment.
Okay. I am, let's see, double moving to get to you is going to be rough. So I'm going to take a clear turn.
Okay.
So I'm going to flip to that, and yeah, it's going to be risky, but I'm going to use my tactic to generate another favor die
Okay.
and remove that.
All right. I am going to So we'll go here. And do an attack. Don't worry about the reaction.
Circuit's not engaged.
Oh, good point. Yep.
If the defending friendly model or the attacking is within my engagement range, I can add the defense of mine in. So what are you going to do, though? You had to move up, so you can do just a regular attack.
I'm going to do just a regular attack.
Okay, I will counterattack with Layden.
All right. I will... upgrade it to a power attack.
I will commit a favor die.
I will also commit a favor die.
And commit a second favor die.
I am going to stop that.
Okay.
So 2 successes so far. Come on, favor die. All right, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
Here we go, here we go. Ah, 3.
So 6 successes. It's going to be 3, 4, and he's got 2 armor.
1 armor.
1 armor on Ladon. So 4 damage would take him out.
Yes.
So we're going to do 3 damage plus another one for the reposition and do a reposition. And we're going to reposition to...
'Twas a gamble.
over here and end her activation, so take her down 1.
All right, so it's last man versus last man.
Last
We're
man
both
versus
going to be
last
taking a whole
man.
bunch of stuff. Was that 3 inches you just moved?
Nope, sorry, that was 5. I keep on forgetting that that's... There we go.
Yeah, okay. We're going to come at you, and we're going to... You went power attack, but you...
I disengaged.
You disengaged.
Yep.
Okay, we will power attack you.
Okay.
So that was going to be 5 dice, power attack.
5 dice, you're power attacking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's his damage tree max out at?
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9. So that's dangerous. This is the tough decision right here.
Mm-hmm. We're down to it. Scorpion versus woman with a wolf pelt.
We're just gonna
Just going to
stick
defend?
with that.
I'm going to add my...
I will add that in.
All right.
All right.
I'm going all in trying to murder.
Yep. So 3 so far. 4. All right.
Yikes.
Only 1, so 3 successes.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I've got 1 armor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 after the 1 armor. So 2 favor.
Okay.
All right. We're going for, so clear and then get to go.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean I can use a tactic too?
Yes.
So,
You want to know what the general tactics are? You can cost 1 favor, remove 1 fatigue from... Nope.
Nope.
You can maneuver, or you can incite, take a single action with a mobile or aggressive feature. No.
Okay.
So nothing you can really
So
do.
I am going to... I'm not going to... I could ambush, which I've been forgetting about for the favor, which gives me 1 free result, but he's got 2 armor on him, so 3 damage isn't the greatest. So instead, we're going to go attack, power attack,
All I can do is defend.
and commit those.
Yep. I think this is where it ends, Jolly.
So we're gonna try.
Unless you roll like crap.
Unless I roll like Tony.
I needed to do 1 more damage on the last roll. Golly.
And re-roll for the power attack. That's 6 successes.
You got 6 successes?
Yeah.
You've got it. I can block at most 2, so it gives you 4.
So
Can you do 6 damage?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
Yep.
Woo! So it was close
That's the
down to
game.
it. 1 hit point, 1 barely alive fighter remains.
Yeah. All right. What time we got here? It's 8:30. So
8:30, so
we don't
too
have
bad.
time for a second game. But you were also kind of learning this.
Yep. So I
Thoughts?
like it a lot.
You like it a
I
lot?
think it's fun. The back and forth is really good. And there's a lot. It's simple, but there's a lot to it with deciding when you want to clear, who to push, when, how to use your favorite dice. Because I went pretty hard at favorite dice right off the bat, which then I was regretting later on because it was making it hard for me to.
You need favor to do abilities and
Yep.
things.
And I like this.
We're gonna get some models back on camera so people have stuff to look at.
I like this group that I've got going. I need to learn how to better use intervene, disengage, and like all the other tools that these guys have. Because I didn't get much out of Berserk, but I was trying to. Now I got a bunch out of Brave, the swapping stuff, swapping hit points back and forth. That was working pretty well with just getting some favor and kind of topping people off. Oh, not Brave. Blood Brothers was the one.
Yeah.
Yep. Brave I used a little bit, but that one's interesting. But yeah, I really like this game overall.
It is. So I said at the beginning, this game is simple, and that's in the fact that the rules are easy to grasp. Once you know how to play the game, all of a sudden your decisions make so much of who do I clear, like who do I get a fatigue off so I can use again, or should I take a clear turn, or if I power attack now, that leaves me exhausted and I'm open to so many attacks, and I can't go until something gets rid of my exhaustion.
Yeah. Yep.
So just running somebody right up the field and power attacking with them is not the best idea.
Especially not right off the bat, because then you're like, well,
Everyone else has to go. And with the way I work, the way that Anum just he takes a level of fatigue to make them do something, I'm just constantly, it takes me a long time for the Beast faction to take a clear turn. So that's something I'm still working on, because that's what killed Aatrox. Like, I got to drag you a couple times, but Aatrox never took a clear turn.
yeah,
Once Aatrox was exhausted, that was it.
you had to rely on the numb frenzy in him in order for him to do anything else.
And then if you tried to kill him, he just crumples.
Yep, because he's got no armor, does he?
Yeah, Aatrox has no armor.
So pretty good defensive 3, but you can't really rely on your defense to save you when you're in like dire straits. You're just kind of like, will my defense mitigate that attack enough that I'll still be around?
Exactly.
And sometimes you'll just be like, I'll use defense because I think I'll survive it, or I'll survive it and I'll take some damage and gain some favor. So it's that nice push and shove I like to it.
And when you get your enemy down to their last 2 models, you also have to be strategic over which one you kill. Because if I kill the one that's almost at death, the one that's at full life is all of a sudden going to get to do power attack after power attack and just eat damage and just keep on doing the most amounts.
And get to do whatever the tactics are and everything too. Because with the ambush tactic, I was going to start using that with her because it gives me 1 free success on counts as just an automatic success. That's 3 damage. Circuit was your one left, which had 2 armor. But if it would have been your Tiger would have been the last one left, 3 damage for just 1 favor for 3 damage automatically. You can't do anything about. That would have been brutal.
Yeah, it would have been.
But no, I really like it. I've also picked up a second faction, the Legios, which are
So it's basically the Britannia faction.
Yep. So I've got them as well. So I've got 2 different ones for 2 different playstyles. I got these guys, which seem to be all about mobility and being able to do stuff that ignores the exhaustion and fatigue.
Yeah. What you see is all that I own. As time goes on, and a lot of time right now needs to go on because I am very busy, But as time goes on, I hope to collect more and more beasts. There's some cool stuff. The Rhino looks so cool.
And he's a double stager too, right?
He's a multi-stage. The Rhino looks amazing. I don't even remember what the rest, but
it
would be cool to like just have Anum and like 5+ other monsters just all on the field.
I was trying to see if they had a picture of Proxima in here. I like Proximo.
Under
snake,
Titans.
the snake giraffe thing.
There's a grizzly bear that is awesome. This is Proxima.
Here.
Right here.
So that's one of the models you can pick up.
It's a giraffe cheetah snake thingy.
Basically a chimera, a one-headed chimera.
Yeah. And
the rhino's huge.
Yeah, the rhino is huge. There's a whole bunch of like stuff like that. For me, this game scratches my hobbying itch where people, painting people is fine. I don't really enjoy painting people, but painting big models or big creatures that allow me to kind of take more creative liberties, I love it. This game, it was a joy and a pleasure to paint up the tiger and the lizard, and I'm working on Serket next, like more fully, and I'm also enjoying that. So I'm having a great time with this game.
I need, as soon as I figure out a little more how to paint them, like I said, I'm happy with Hagal. I need to figure out how to paint them a little more. Assembling the models, I was worried about assembling them because they're a resin, and there was a bunch of flash on them.
Did you bring on sprue models?
I brought on sprue models because specifically to show people. So there's a lot of flash on them, but the flash came off really easy.
For those of you that don't know, flash is in the molding process. It's where the resin or the plastic kind of seeps into the cracks where the models are pressing together. And so you just got a very thin layer sticking out that you just need to carve off with a knife.
And on these, a lot of the flash on these ones, didn't even have to carve it off. You could just flake it off. But using an X-Acto knife or something just to kind of take off any lines is
a well-ventilated area. Use a vacuum to clean up after yourself because resin. How many yaks? That is a great question.
I would give this a 4.5 yaks because I really like it. I like it for several reasons. One, it's a very easy to teach but high ceiling as far as like player skill goes. At least it feels like it. It's low model count, so it'd be one of those games that'd be easy to get somebody else to play.
But I will say, it is low model count, but those models are expensive.
They are, but still,
each.
If you're still looking at it, well, your beasts were definitely more expensive than my guys.
Even Anum was $35.
Yeah, all of these ones
or
were
something like that. If I get the price, somewhere around that.
So mine was, this team was $70 because it was 20 for Hagal, 50 for the starter, and those three came to the starter. So the non-beast faction was not bad. For like 4 guys to $70, between $70 and $100 to say you have what you need to play, is pretty good for a minis game.
You also need to find somebody else who has what they need to play. But so 4.5 yaks.
4.5 yaks. I like the play style and everything.
I think this is my very first out of the gate first impressions 5 yak.
Okay.
This is a great game. I'm currently kind of struggling to find like big faults in it. The gameplay is super streamlined. I'm really liking all the rules. Nothing is like unintuitive. Like we thought we had a rules discrepancy, but when we're like, you're just getting good circumstances.
Good circumstances, and when we read the rules a bit more, we realized that one of the things we were wondering about actually can't happen because activation ends on that model.
And this is the revised edition of the rules. So it's still active. It is being made current as things are going on.
And the rules are free online too.
The rules are free online. And this thick booklet is not all rules. The first like third of this book is lore.
Yep.
So the actual core rules, let's see. Here we go. Core rules is this.
Yeah.
And then you get some supplementary and clarifications in the back.
Yeah, and also all the faction bonuses in the back, which that's the other thing. You don't have to have the faction bonuses.
You don't
You can mix and match whatever you want. For something, I would say if you're running Beast, you do want to numb in the faction bonuses because they seem like they help a lot.
Beasts in general, have a wild keyword where if you take a clear turn with them, they kind of just attack the nearest thing. Which on him himself, he has an ability called Musk, which ignores that. But if I take like 2 or 3 beasts in like the Legios faction, I want to make sure that they're closer to you when I take a clear turn, and that's a lot to manage. I don't want to do that.
But like, if I wanted to mix a couple of these models with a couple other ones, I wouldn't necessarily miss my faction abilities a lot. They help out, but I don't
And
think
you can mix faction abilities too. If you have 2 Zephyr, you get the level 2 faction ability. And if you have 2 Legios, you get the level 2 Legios.
Or if you're playing 6 models and you have 4 from whatever your main faction is, 4 models from any one faction gets you the full bonus for that faction.
Yeah.
So you could play 6 models if you're playing a bigger game, toss in whatever other 2 models you want, still have your faction bonus. So,
yeah, let's show off the...
So, what's... Oh, over here.
You're on the side.
I'm like, which one are we on? It's late. I'm getting tired. All right. Can we go to overhead, Clay?
Thank you, Clay.
Actually, so this is a starter. Some of the starters come in a box, which is a little bit bigger than this, but basically all the starters for the main factions, not the beasts. The beasts aren't considered main faction, but for all the main factions, essentially comes in a 3-man starter, and these are $50, I believe. And inside of it, you get most of the stuff that you need to play. So you don't have terrain or a tape measure, but each model is packaged up. This is what we get in the model. I'll pull one of them out here in a minute to show you. So we got 2 models in here. They're resin. So what you want to do if you buy into this game is clean them off in warm soapy water first, just to make sure all of the releasing agents off of them, and then they glue together really well. I didn't have an issue with glue to Ceocast or Cyocast, whatever they call it. That's this type of resin. I always have such a tough time getting those models to stick together because the glue doesn't work very well with some of the Cyocast. But this resin's pretty good for that. Now, the downside about this is some of your weapons don't hold are a little bendy from the resin.
Yeah, the thin weapons are, for the most part, cast in metal.
Yeah.
And so A, you're combining metal with resin, and sometimes those don't like to glue together as well. And B, the metal, if you look at it wrong, it bends if it's thin enough.
Yeah, because it's a thin white metal, which isn't a heavy metal at all. But then you get your bases. You get your exertion counters. I took the 3 from here because I left my other box with the starter home. And you get your faction card with your faction bonuses and your 3 guys from the faction. So it's a pretty good start that you get.
Yeah.
And you can play with just starters, so you can do 3 versus 3.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about like playgroup settings to know like if there's tournaments that happen different places or
I
anything
remember
like that.
the owner and creator, he was talking about there being some tournaments, but I think that you have to go digging online in order to find them. Like I know there's no active Columbus community. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I would love to know if there's an active Columbus community for Arena Rex. But yeah, Jolli and I have this now.
Yep.
We are in Columbus.
There's a couple other people.
I played with one other person who had it previously.
But we also had a couple people
pick it up.
Same time we picked it up pretty much at Gencon.
And you can go online and buy this. You go to arenarex.com, and they have everything there. You can buy them and ship them to your house. They even have faction-specific dice.
Yep.
And favor dice and that stuff. It's awesome. And the rules are free online. You don't need to buy a rule book.
So check out the rules, proxy it a little bit. If you like it, then buy into it. But I think it's a great skirmish game. And the fact that it looks great on just this playmat with a few pieces of terrain is good. We were really careful for the most part to avoid terrain, but terrain can play a big part depending on what you're doing.
And you saw the part where I moved Circuit over here so I could push you, where I threatened to throw you in the pit.
You threatened to throw me in the pit. When I moved her over here, I made sure not to move her here, so that way you couldn't do any pushes into this. So it did.
So it didn't take a direct effect into the damage.
We didn't see. We didn't see it take effect, but it definitely impacted our movement. So you can play with more terrain than this. They had, I think,
you can have spikes. You can have flames. You can have
a beast.
I could take Aatrox and I could put him in as terrain, and it's just if you get close to him, he'll attack you or something like that.
He's basically they're a chained beast that are in a certain spot.
Not necessarily even chained.
Does it have to be chained?
You could chain a beast to a character if you wanted.
Ooh.
Let's see here. Different. Here we go. You could have so you can have features, which are big things that stand up like this, Or you could have area things like the pits, where if you enter the area, something happens. So things that you could have, you can have columns, walls, rubble. You could have spikes, blades, fire. You could have cliffs, pits, deep waters. You could have aggressive, which are beasts, titans, or other Arena X models. Can be placed as aggressive hazards, which have attacks. You can have duels. You can have a duel zone where if 2 people enter them, they have to fight to the death. You can give chained. Models may be chained together, or terrain features. Yeah, you can be creative with the session. There are different ways to play them in the back. It doesn't have to be a bloodbath. It could be a certain, like, take down the Titan first, or something like that.
But yeah, I've already been looking at other types of, like, I like this mat a lot, but I've been already looking at other types of, like, arenas I could print off. Like,
I have been scouring the internet. So at Gen Con, the Arena Rex booth had this mat. They didn't have this mat, but they had, in the exact dimensions of the mat, there used to be a Playmobil set. Yes, Playmobil, the toddler's toys. There used to be a Coliseum Playmobil set, which happens to be pretty much the exact dimensions to play this game. And if you buy it, you can, like, give it a spray paint, give it some scuffing up to look like the real stuff, and you've got, like, a totally immersive looking environment.
That's what they're using for their demos. I had no idea it was a kid's toy. I thought it was, like, some sort of resin or 3D printed Coliseum that they had put together.
I was like, can I buy this? Where do you guys sell this? He's like, no, it's a kid's toy. What?
Yeah. And they randomly put it in the print sometimes too, is what he told us. So Tony's paying attention for that. I'm looking for, like, other types of arenas we could build, like maybe, like,
because in the lore there isn't just like the Roman Colosseum. There are arenas all over the continents
that you go over. So I was looking at something that would go along with these guys, which would be more of a, like, wooden wall with the spiked barricades facing in. So, like, the entire edge of the wall would be considered spike.
That'd be pretty cool.
So you're like, want to stay away from the edge of the wall, and everyone's like, want to push him in the wall, kind of like a Running Man.
Yeah.
So the big barbed wire battle thing they had at the end. But so yeah, I like it. I love it. I'm looking forward to playing more of this.
All right. What do we have coming up?
Coming up, what did we decide on last week?
We haven't scheduled things.
We haven't scheduled things, but we decided on some names.
In the next month, we're going to be returning to Arena Rex.
Yep.
We are going to be returning to Shatterpoint.
Yep.
We are going to be taking another step back and going into the world of Relic Blade.
Because it's been a little while since we've seen Relic Blade.
And then thing number 4 is yet to be determined, but we have some suggestions as to what we should do.
We had somebody that wanted a co-op.
Cooperative
which we might be able to find something that's a model-based cooperative game from the stuff we use. I'll have to dig, but they do have scenarios out there for stuff like that.
There are scenarios, and we might look at that. I would hesitate to put Arena Rex as the cooperative because I don't think you can play cooperatively.
If we go a cooperative thing, I'm guessing... Excuse me. Ooh, itchy throat.
Marvel Crisis Protocol, probably.
Marvel Crisis Protocol. Or something with Warcry, which we said we weren't going to revisit Warcry yet.
Yeah.
But if it's a cooperative thing, I know they do. GW does a bunch, especially when COVID was a thing. They were pumping out cooperative solo missions.
Yeah.
So we'll take a look and see if there's something like that.
I could even start digging into my board game collection and finding something that we could fit on the show and still be pretty immersive and look pretty. So that's what we have coming up. I think that's it.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in. We'd like to thank our sponsors, as always, the Guardtower here in Columbus, Ohio. They are our sponsor. You can visit their site at theguardtower.com. We have all of our community links there. You can join our Discord, talk to losers like Jolli and me. We have many other things that you could do in Columbus, Ohio. You can access our eShop where you can buy things like dice, board games, war games, card games, all those sorts of things. We sell it all. You can do that at Guardtower, or you can visit one of our 2 stores here in Columbus, Ohio.
Yep. And yeah, if it is a store, you can play some games because there's lots of play communities that base themselves out of the stores too.
All right. And with that, I'm Tony.
And I'm Jolly.
And this has been Table Ready.
Have a good one.